back to another Create Sim video and welcome to days 21 to 25 of the 30-day Create Sim challenge. So first of all, I just want to say that I am well aware, okay? Scarily aware of the fact that we are currently in March. Okay, listen, I was under the impression that it would be so simple to just grind out these sims. That sounds bad, but you know what I mean. I'm not like killing them, but like, you know, make the sims and, you know, make these videos every 5 days. Turns out my inspiration dies very quickly and therefore I just can't physically make 5 sims in 5 days. And I know that sounds like the lamest thing in the entire world, which it is, but honestly it's kind of difficult to do this because it's just something about trying to make sims that look so different and like have different aesthetics and like different vibes per sim, and I want to make sure each one I'm proud of and stuff. So it's just kind of a challenge to do, but honestly, well, I mean, let's be honest, Lana, the challenge is called 30-day Create Sim challenge, so if it wasn't a challenge, then what's the point of it being called a challenge? I don't know. I said challenge way too often and now it just doesn't sound like a real word. Today I kept saying gym a lot because I was tempted to go to the gym. Yes, I am talking about myself. I don't know what happened, okay, but I'm like, now I can drive. I'm like, let's go to the gym, and then I'm like, wait, do I really want to do that? No. But I just realized how weird the word gym sounds. Gym, it's like a name but also like gym. It just, I don't know, the way it's spelled and everything, it's such an odd word. Sorry, anyways, the point is that I just the inspiration is getting slim, but luckily we only have one more of this left. Now, like I said, I'm well aware it's in March and this challenge was for February, but to be honest, was anyone expecting me to finish this in February? Because I certainly was not, okay? I know my limitations, okay, and I know that I'm the wuss. I am the wussiest of wusses, and I know that I could not physically make this many sims in 30 days. So anyways, let's move on from that anyways. So we are starting off today with making a fairy sim. So this is day 21 and I struggled a bit with this because I've made fairies like quite a lot, and I feel like I made them kind of recently because I made them, I think, during Halloween. I think I did a rainbow witches thing. No, rainbow fairy thing. Did I do a rainbow fairy? I feel like I did. I have vague memories of that. I don't know. Honestly, it's kind of concerning that that was like, what, 6 months ago? Not even 6 months ago, and I'm like literally forgetting already. Like, I don't want to say that my memory's bad or anything, but like it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I'm literally like Dory level at this point. But anyway, so I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna make a fairy sim that's different to any of my other fairy sims, because I've done this so often, and I was like, I don't want to be like worrying about making a sim that's too similar to other sims that I've made. Similar, funny, similar, similar. Sorry, yeah. Anyways, so I was like, okay, I gotta do something different here. I gotta mix it up. So my first thought was, let's do like a dark fairy. Let's do like a dark aesthetic, which obviously is the absolute undefinition of mixing it up for me, because like, when do I ever not do dark aesthetics, really? So then I was like, okay, let's Google dark fairy. So I Googled dark fairy and I found like some inspiration, and I was like, oh, these look really cool. And then I started making the sim, and I don't know what happened. Okay, I don't know what happened along the way, but the sim is not really dark fairy at all. I mean, I just basically went for a brown color scheme, which is not at all unique to me because that's literally all of my sims lately. I don't know what it is. I'm obsessed with like brown, green, like earth tones. Are just, oh my god, they're just so good. I just keep doing it, and it's kind of bad because it means that every single one of my sims is literally the same color scheme. But at the same time, I'm not really that upset about it because like it's a good color scheme. So like, what am I gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. And yes, so we've just got a fully earth tone sim again. What a shock, everyone. Oh my god, everyone's so surprised. Everyone's like, whoa, no way, Lana, that's so unique. And I'm like, I know, I am unique like that. I am different. But anyways, here we are. It's too late for me now. I've gotten into this unfortunate thing, and you know what? There's no getting out of it. Let's be honest. I cannot dig my way out of this one. So anyways, I think she turned out so stunning. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys, do you guys want fairies in The Sims 4? Because I know that it's like a real like thing right now where everyone is like theorizing like next pack's gonna be fairies or whatever. But do you guys want fairies? Personally, I'm not a big fairy person. I've never been a big fairy person. Like, it's just not been like my thing. I don't know. I don't really know anything that's fairy related except for like Tinkerbell. So I'm just not really big into fairies. I do think they're really cool, and I wouldn't say no to them in The Sims because obviously I love occults and it's like my favorite stuff to play with is like, you know, doing like storylines with like occults and stuff. But at the same time, I don't know how they would work because I feel like it would basically just be a witch. Because like, what else do fairies do? Like, live in a tree? Like, what are you doing? And like, are they gonna be teeny tiny? Because like, if they're just regular size, that doesn't really make sense to the Sims around them. Because in my head, fairies like little tiny little things. Like Tinkerbell is basically what I'm going off of here. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you want to see fairies in The Sims 4. Obviously, I literally have no control over this, but I'm wondering because in my opinion, I think it'd be fun. I'm not gonna lie, like, I love anything that's a bit unique. Like, if they did another pack that's like Strangerville, me, oh my, I would be all over that. Strangerville, still up there in one of my favorite packs. Anything story-based, I don't know, I just love story-based things. I just love stuff. There's a storyline in The Sims. That's why I love like in Island Living when you get to like the conservation thing and like it goes slowly, like the coral starts growing back and stuff. Like, that's so cool. Like, we need more of that stuff. Please Sims 4, please. I really want more of that stuff. It is the funnest. It is just the best stuff that they add in The Sims 4. I'm sorry. It's just my personal opinion, and I hate that I'm like one of the only people that think that, because there's so many people that much prefer like family gameplay and like love like growing together and stuff. But like, there's just something just something about like a cult or like any story-based stuff that I just absolutely adore, which is kind of, I actually have never played with the Star Wars pack. I actually don't have it, the Journey to Batuu. Honestly, I literally never touched it. I don't even know what it's, I know it's Star Wars obviously, but like I've never even seen anyone play with it. Everyone just hates it, and I'm like, bro, what's going on here? I don't really like Star Wars, so, well, I don't hate it, but it's not really my kind of films, like sci-fi stuff. So I don't know, I'm intrigued. Maybe I should play through it at some point. I don't know, that would be an interesting take as someone who like knows, well, I've watched Star Wars quite a bit, but like it's not my favorite, you know? Anyways, sorry, no one cares. Anyways, so do you guys want fairies? That's the moral of that story. But yeah, I think she turned out really cool. I love this outfit I went for. I wanted these like knee-high boots. That was one of the inspirations, was knee-high boots, and I was like, this is so stunning. And like the hair and stuff. I'm definitely with this challenge trying to do different facial features. I don't know if anyone can agree. I did ask you guys if you guys think I have same face syndrome, and a lot of you guys said that I don't, but I have a lot of same things that I do, like features that I use for most of my Sims. Totally agree with that. So you guys were saying like septum piercings, tooth gaps, 100%, freckles, which is like 100% stuff that I do on like basically all my Sims. Also like no eyebrows as well. It's like a tend to be a thing that I do. I don't know what it is, okay, but like those features, I do know what it is. I just love those features, and I tend to definitely do that for a lot of my Sims. Like at least one of the 5 Sims of these videos so far, there has been a tooth gap. At least, okay, at least. Let's be honest, there's probably 2 or 3 with tooth gaps. I just love it, and I just love like adding little details like that to my Sims, like teeth. Who uses teeth that often in Sims 4? Because I do. I use them all the time, but I feel like most people just like keep them as default. But I'm like, bro, what are you doing? All of my Sims have got to have like, something different about their teeth. I love teeth, okay? No, I don't. That's weird to say. I don't love teeth. They're not really like, you know, but like I just think they're a really cool feature on people. When I say feature, it sounds like I'm saying like I really need to talk about people in real life, like not like Sims, because like I'm like, it's such a good added feature on people. Like, bro, no, it's not. That's not what it is. That's a Sims. That's what you talk about, Sims, not real life folk, okay? For the love of God, Lana, talk about humans like actual humans and not like Sims. But you know what? When you play this much Sims and when you talk about this many like Sims all the time, you're gonna start saying stuff like that, okay? Oh wow, look what lovely CC they have on. No, wait a minute. That is just the person, okay? Anywho, let's move on for that conversation. So now we're moving on to the second Sim, which is day 22, and the prompt is inspired by an animal. So with this one, I actually was like really indecisive of what to do. My first thought I had was to do a kangaroo, and that was purely because I was watching Dan and Phil's Australia video from like years ago, and I was like, let's do a kangaroo. But then I was like, I don't know anything about kangaroos except for the fact they're really buff and they kind of terrify me. So I was like, maybe I don't want to make something that terrifies me. They say as they make every series based on their biggest fears, but still, you know, I just don't know if I want to do that today. I wasn't in that mood. So I was like, okay, let's just do a cat. And I was like, okay, let's just do a black cat, because I feel like the vibes of a black cat is like so perfection. Like I just give they just give me like Halloween vibes, and I just wanted to make this like really cool. I don't know. Okay, I hope you guys can see the vision with this Sim, and I love how she turned out. I think she is so insanely cool. I gave her this hat, which it's like got little cat ears on it, and I knew I wanted to use it, but it also has like the little things with the little pom-poms at the end, which just reminded me of cats, because obviously cats love like playing with like stuff like that. So I would imagine her like playing along with it. And then the shirt I gave her is a like ripped up one, because I imagine that if a cat was a human, or like if a cat was wearing clothes, they'd probably like rip at it and stuff, because obviously like, you know, they like doing stuff like that, like clawing at stuff. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I'm so sorry. Just don't even, I do apologize. I have a cat and I have a dog. It's just that personally I prefer dogs, but I also love cats. But I'm not really like, I don't have that much of an opinion about like, you know, I'm a dog person, I'm a cat person. I'm definitely a dog person, but I also do love cats, and like my cat loves lying in bed with me. Not gonna lie, she's slightly annoying because every time I slightly move, she just like legs it, and I'm like, babes, honey bun sweet baby, I'm just trying to get some sleep. Like, what are you playing at? But she's lovely. Her name's Poppy. I don't know if she's ever really been in my videos, but yeah, just thought I'd let you know. I also have a bird. He's called Alvin. Alvin the Chipmunks reference. Yes, I did get him when I was about 8 years old. Actually, it was for my 9th birthday, and I got him, and he chills out in my room sometimes. Not when I'm filming, because he might poo on my head, which has happened before. Not going to lie. One time, it was on my forehead. Really big, really different story for another day. Don't want to, yeah, anyways. But the point is, I like animals, and I don't know why I just thought cat, because I didn't really want to do a dog, because I have this idea at some point of doing, like, making my animals as Sims, like in the Sims. Like, I just felt like that'd be really fun, like making my pets as Sims. So maybe I could do that at some point. But I wanted to do a black cat because I don't really feel like I don't think I've ever actually made like a black cat Sim, which is really weird to me, because like I feel like that seems like a very like Halloween thing to do. But yeah, I haven't. Or like the Halloween costumes. I didn't want to go for like a literal black cat, because I don't want to do like a tail and like the proper ears and stuff, just because like that's not really the vibes. The reason I do say inspired by is because I want it to be like just loosely inspired by. Like you can kind of tell that she could be a black cat, but she's not like just a cat, you know what I mean? Because The Sims 4 has that feature. I gave her one to make a black cat, could just pop on over to the dog and cat thing. Do you guys use cats and dogs ever? Because I want an opinion on this as well. I'm so sorry, I'm just like asking everyone's opinions, but I just love hearing you guys' comments. Do you guys use the cats and dogs at all? Because personally I just like don't. I don't know if it's just like my gameplay or whatever, but like I just personally don't really ever use use cats and dogs, especially like hamsters and stuff, bro. I don't remember the last time I used like the small pets from my first pet stuff, but I don't really use cats and dogs that often. And it's sad because I really love Brindleton Bay and I really like when I have a cat or I have a dog, but it's the actual like getting them that I just never get around to. Like, I've already got a child, I've got a toddler, and I've got a baby. What do you think I'm gonna, like, how do you think I'm gonna handle a cat or a dog? Okay, listen, the toddler is always at daycare and the infant is like on the floor crying. I can't handle a cat or a dog just like trouncing around the house as well. Okay, it's not part of my plan. Okay, it's not part of my plan. I just forget they exist so often and I never make them in Create a Sim. And I've literally could not remember the last time I've actually physically like made a sim, like a dog or a cat in Create a Sim. Like, even though that's such a fun feature, I need to do that more often. But like, I don't know, unless you could put like some CC eyelashes on there, like a bit of makeup, you know? No, I'm joking. But I just, yeah, anyways. So yeah, this sim turned out really cool. But then we're moving on to the next sim, and this sim is a scarecrow. So the prompt is literally just scarecrow because, you know, I really am good at prompts and that's all I've got going for me. Yeah, so it's just scarecrow. I struggled a bit with this because first of all, I could not for the life of me figure out what a scarecrow looked like. In my head, I was like, imagine a scarecrow. The first thing I thought of was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. If you know that movie, really good film. And that was the first thing I thought of, and I was thinking of the scarecrow. Then I was like, they have like a bag over the head, don't they? Because that's like the face. They have the bag. And then I was like, wait a minute, how am I gonna make that in The Sims? I can't. But then I realized, like, literally as I finished making the sim, there's literally a scarecrow behind me. You can't see it right now, but I've got a little hung scarecrow. Hung, that sounds really bad. He's not dead. I mean, he probably is because he's a scarecrow and he's not actually alive, but he's also a little toy, so he's like plastic, so of course he's not alive. The point is that he's behind me. And I don't know why it took me until I finished making this sim to realize, I have one right behind me. I was on Google. I was literally on Google looking at a scarecrow's face because I could not for the life of me figure out what they look like. But anyway, so this sim, they use they, them pronouns, and I feel like I made them really good, and I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. I feel like I low-key snapped, like, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but you know, like toot or whatever. I feel like I did really good, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I went for proper, like, all-out scarecrow, okay? Because I don't think I've ever made a scarecrow sim in The Sims before. Like, I cannot ever remember doing this, and that's what made it so fun, because it was like so enjoyable making something that I've never made before. Because the issue is when you make this many sims, it's like if you were like a builder, right? You make enough houses, the bathrooms are all gonna look the same, right? And when I make this many sims, a lot of the time the sims ends up looking similar. Not necessarily looking similar, but like the aesthetic and stuff is going to be kind of similar. But this sim was literally nothing like I've ever made in The Sims. Like, it was just so fun doing something so unique and like so different like this. So first of all, like the hat is like a little bonnet. It's got like the little strings, and that was adorable. Then the hair, I absolutely adore. Then I gave them these like little, I don't know what they are. They're like stitches covering their eyes. So I've been wanting to use this CC for ages, and I've had it in my game for ages. And I was like, you know what? Today's the day. Today's the day that I'm going to use this because it looks really cool. It's like stitched up their eyes and their mouth. It low-key reminds me of that Saw Trap. You know the one. You know the one. If you know the one, you know the one. But it also kind of grosses me out because the idea of like your eyes being stitched. Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. I don't know why I brought it up. Right, anyways. But I think that they look so cool. Then finished making the sim. I was like, bish bash bosh. Looks amazing, whatever. And then I was like, you know what? I need a bird. I need a bird on like just anywhere in this sim. So I googled Sims 4 crow CC. Guess what I found? A crow that is flying towards them. Oh my god. It is impeccable. It's on their shoulder. It looks so good. It looks incredible. It makes them look like a proper scarecrow. And then I also gave them like little fur to put on their arms, which I use this CC quite a lot and I really like it. It's just like little fur cuffs. But I feel like it kind of represented the fur, not the fur, the straw on Scarecrow's feet, because obviously like they don't have feet. I mean, scarecrows are like kind of creepy. They don't bother me that much because they're just like little bags on the head. I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I also thought of was Pearl. And then I started thinking about that scene in Pearl. If you know the scene, you know the scene. And then I started thinking, that's not a good scene to be thinking of right now. Let's get away from that. Hence the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, okay? Because I don't want to be thinking about that Pearl scene. That was a raunchy scene with a scarecrow. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. So yeah, I didn't really want to think about that. Poor thing. So yeah, anyways. Totally, I was gonna say off topic, but unfortunately it's not off topic. This is like way too on topic. Let's move on quickly. Also, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on the first part of my Castaway series. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun doing it. If you haven't checked it out, I will put it up in the corner now if I remember, which I probably won't, so I don't know why I'm saying it. But if you haven't checked it out, it's my last video from now, and I really am happy with how it turned out. I really put a lot of effort into it. Like, I spent hours and hours doing the music and the like little bits in between, like the intro and then like the little dream sequences, and I really like put a lot of effort into it, and so I'm really glad that you guys liked it. Obviously it's different to my Zombie Apocalypse series, but hopefully you guys still like it. I am going to do a season 2 of Zombie Apocalypse, don't worry about that. I know a lot of people keep asking, but I will be getting onto that at some point, just not quite yet. It just feels too soon, you know, but I'm really happy with it, and I really can't wait to show you guys the rest of the story, because just saying, it's not going to be straightforward. There is going to be twists and turns. Of course, I just love doing a good plot twist in there, so yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to the rest of the series, and hopefully you guys will continue watching it and having fun, and I can't wait for film the next part, which I might be filming today. So yeah. Anyways, so now we're moving on to the next sim, which is day 24. And this sim, the prompt is medieval. Now, I don't know why I hate myself, okay? I mean, I do. There's many a reason. But in particular, why did I put some prompts on here that I have no idea what to do, okay? Why medieval? Do I look like someone that knows anything about history? Okay, maybe I do, to be fair. I feel like I could look like a bit of a historian. Unfortunately, I'm not. I did history for GCSEs, but then I dropped out. So like, you know, we didn't do medieval stuff really at all. And I don't know anything about medieval fashion sense, about the medieval times at all in general. In fact, I had to search when it was because I had no idea. And so I don't know why I put it as a prompt, okay? But I just thought it'd be fun. And then I got to the prompt and I was like, holy crap, what am I going to do? I'm lost. But I really actually love how this sim turned out. I think she's really cool. And I definitely don't know if she is 100% medieval. Okay, listen, I went on Wikipedia, which is not the best, but still. I went on like so many different things trying to search like what they wore in medieval times. But the issue is it lasted over like the course of hundreds of years. So like fashion changed a lot. I mean, if you think of the last 100 years from this time to like the 1920s, are you joking me right now? Like the fashion has changed a million times. I mean, obviously it's a bit different because it was like back way then, but I don't think it's the most historically accurate outfit. So I do apologize if you are into history or into fashion, like history and stuff, and you think that it looks absolutely nothing like it. Not gonna lie, the first things that I thought of were Game of Thrones, in particular House of Dragon, because that's the only one I've actually seen. And I was thinking of Olivia Cook's character, and also I was thinking of like Brave as well, which I don't even know if that's medieval, but like that was just kind of the vibes I was getting. And I struggled a lot, but I think that the outfit's semi-okay. I mean, I went for like the braid, which I saw was quite a popular thing. And the outfit, I didn't have like a particularly like medieval outfit. I probably could have downloaded one, but I kind of prefer a lot of the times to just use what I have. Like, yeah, I could go and download something specific to the sim, but at the same time, that kind of takes away the fun from it. Like, I prefer like making the outfits or like making the sim in a way that's like totally my own, and it's not necessarily just like, this is a medieval outfit, here you go. Like, I like kind of trying to like mix it up and trying to use what I have, just because I think it's more interesting to do it like that. Bit of DIY for you, bit of DIY, even though it's not at all. It's literally just me being lazy to like turn off the sims, wait 20 minutes for it to turn back on, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I actually love how the sim turned out. Like, I think her face and stuff is stunning, and I feel like I really tried to get out of my comfort zone with the outfit, and I think it turned out good. I think it's similar-ish to medieval times, but as I said, could be totally wrong. I feel like it's low-key a little bit more like fantasy than it is medieval, but at the same time, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm so descriptive like that. Anyways, now we're moving on to the final sim, which the prompt is inspired by a cartoon character. So naturally, I had no bloody idea what to do. No bloody idea. Am I English? Yes, I am. That was the most British response ever, though. No bloody idea. Sorry, literally in Downton Abbey right now, but I just had no idea, okay, what to do, because I could think of a million different cartoon characters, but a lot of them I want to do as like their own videos. Like, I really want to do like iconic cartoon characters as Sims. Like, I've done like Scooby-Doo, and like there's a lot of different things that I want to do as its own thing, like Powerpuff Girls, and which I've actually already done, so maybe not, but like, you know what I mean? The point is there's a lot of things that I want to make as like its individual video, so I didn't really want to do any of those. And I was like, what the hell am I gonna make for this sim? So I asked my mom, and she was like, do a SpongeBob character, and I was like, that's a good idea. But I didn't really want to do like just SpongeBob or something, because I actually have done that before. So I was like, let's search SpongeBob characters, and then I saw Gary the Snail. Okay, and listen, was it an unconventional choice? Yes, but I actually think that this sim is one of my new favorites ever. Okay, I adore her. I think she is incredible, and I would marry her if she proposed, but unfortunately I'm not cool enough to marry this sim because she is incredible and I love her. This is definitely my favorite sim I made out of this whole group. I only made it yesterday, and therefore I wanted to film this today because I was like, guys, quickly look at this sim that I made. Look at her. But I think she's so cool. Her outfit, her style, well, that's the same thing, but you know what I mean? Like, just the vibes of her are impeccable. So when I first thought Gary the Snail, I thought of like kind of really relaxed, laid back, just chill vibes. But then as I started making the sim, I started realizing that the color scheme for Gary, which is pink and blue, would actually work perfectly for like this kind of like pastel maximalist vibe. Now, I'm not a pro, okay? I'll put my hands in the air and tell you right now that I am not a pro at maximalist style. I'd say maximalist in terms of like gothic styles, but in terms of like bright colors, it's not my thing at all. But I feel like I did really well, and I'm very proud of myself, because not only did I make a really maximalist kind of outfit, which I think it is anyways, but also I did blue and pink, which I have not used in a hot minute. Okay, technically I did last video, but this is a very light blue, okay? And I just love how she turned out. So first of all, I gave her these space buns, and then I put like a little bit of highlight at the end to represent the snail shell, and then also the little bits of like pink that's in there, because I thought that was really cute. Then I gave her these little antennas, which I put at the last minute, and I think they're so cool. I think they're technically like alien ones, but they just reminded me me of his eyes. And then the makeup is like really bright and like perfectly matches the outfit. And then I gave her like little glasses on her head to represent his eyes. And then, oh my god, I just love it. The whole outfit, so different to anything I've ever done. And I love the sim, okay? I love the sim. And then also the shoes, right? Okay, listen, I needed an excuse to use the Converse heels, okay? I have had them in my game, and I don't know why I've had them in my game. I must have downloaded them recently. I don't know when, but I found them. I saw them like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, huh, I kind of hate these, but I also kind of love them, and I don't know how to feel. So I was like, let's use them for this sim, okay? So I went for blue Converse heels with blue tights, with a blue long skirt, with a blue shirt, with blue glasses. Are you joking me? Blue? Me? I know. I'm in shock as well. I am not the biggest blue fan. Blue's okay, but it's just really not my favorite color. But on this sim in particular, I just adore it, and I'm so happy with how she turned out. So I'm so excited for you guys to see her. Obviously, I'm excited for you guys to see all these sims because I do love them all, but in particular, this sim is just like my fave. And I feel like I definitely got more inspiration with this one, because I feel like last video I was kind of not as inspired to make those 5 prompts, but I feel like this video, I feel like every single one of these prompts really made me get out of my comfort zone in one way or another, and I'm really happy with that. So hopefully the last 5 sims will be as good. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of these sims in the comments down below, and let me know which is your favorite. As I said, mine's just gotta be Gary the Snail, but you know, no, she's not actually called Gary the Snail. Her name is Rhea. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to everyone, and I'll see you guys in the video. I love you guys.